Hey guys, so today's Saturday, May 1st. We've been chipping away at the corn planting all week. Today I'm hoping to finish up the last of our early corn, which is just about 100 acres. That should be enough to fill 2 of our bunks this fall. The middle one is a little bigger than one of the side ones. Then we'll be done planting corn for at least a couple weeks. So we're just getting the planter loaded up again. Gonna put some fertilizer in it. This center tank is set to run 7 gallons to the acre right out of the seed firmers, so right on top of the seed. Put a little bit of 30% UAN in there, be about 2 gallons per acre of that. I'm adding water right now. And then we have this other product, it's just got some micronutrients to help the seed get started. Magnesium, sulfur, copper, and whatnot. So I'm gonna put 1 quart to the acre of this on, so we'll do 4 gallons of this for 16 acres. Just filling it the rest of the way up with water. Should get some fuel before we go. We rent this farm, it's about 60 acres, and we have it split in half. Every other field gets corn, and we just harvested triticale off half of it, so those will get soybeans planted into it then. Right now I'm planting into the fields that were soybeans last year. So last fall, you remember, we did some round bales for bedding out of the soybeans, and then right away we no-tilled in some cereal rye for cover crop. This is what's left of the rye. We plant that just to help protect the soil over the winter against erosion, and it also suppresses the weeds. So then I just came in here the 6th of April, sprayed it with glyphosate, and that killed it off really good. Coming in with the corn planter, planting straight into it. And with this no-till planter, we can just knife the seed right in. You can see how good the conditions are. The trench is closing up nicely. Yeah, it's just a beautiful thing not having to come through with the plow, disturbing the soil. We can just disturb a tiny bit where we're placing the seed in and kind of let the soil life go. No-till doesn't work on every soil type necessarily. I know guys out in like Minnesota, it's cold and they have, you know, trash from the corn crop the last fall, and they're trying to get the ground to dry out, warm up. It's pretty much impossible unless you have some tillage done to open that dirt up a little bit. But around here we can get away with this style of farming, just a lot less field work. We can just plant and spray, and we think it's better for the environment. Now I'm going to do the end rows on this field, just a small strip. I like to do 3 end passes. We have a 60-foot sprayer, so that does 24 rows. So that means my tractor, I'm straddling the 12th and 13th row off the edge of the field. So I want to make sure I have at least 3 passes off every edge so that I'm driving with the rows when I'm doing the edges of the field. Now I got my 18 end rows It's so nice doing the ends in these fields right now because we just took the triticale crop off in the fields beside these. So I can drive on those fields, drive right past the ends. So now I'm just following that line with my tractor that I made from the previous pass with that little marker arm. A lot of these big time farmers out west don't understand the satisfaction of planting a field with nice straight rows without using a GPS auto steer tractor. There's a big hole, gotta watch that. I'm just watching for groundhog holes or rocks. I want to slow down over anything like that. Just finished out the second field this morning. Done about 8 acres so far. I brought some corn along just to make sure I have enough to finish out this farm. The reason I didn't put in the planters is because we're actually switching to a different variety. So the first 80 some acres we planted were the BMR unified corn from Brevant, and now we're switching to another number. It's pretty similar to BMR corn, but it's actually a little higher yielding. The digestibility numbers are usually a little bit lower. We like this variety as well, so it's gonna be nice to see. I want to be able to compare it side by side. My planter's just about empty. Just waiting for this thing to beep at me, and then I'll stop and put this new bag of seed in. This is my monitor telling me if seeds are going through each of the rows. There we go. So my planter's empty now. Let's go put this seed in. I just put one bag in the planter. That'll be enough to finish up this last acre or so in this field, and then we'll go back home. So I did 4 passes with the other variety up off the lane, and then I switched to the other side of the field. Now I'm going to go back to that side, and we're going to come this way with the new variety, and we'll be able to check it out throughout the season and see how much the yield difference is. I just like to be able to compare the varieties a little bit. The corn we're growing is specifically designed to be chopped for dairy cows. The whole stalk, leaves, everything. This is not a variety you would want to grow if you're doing grain corn. It's known for its fiber digestibility of the stalk. Hey guys, so it's Monday now. I finished planting that 100 acres on Saturday, and today I'm going over all that land now and spraying some residual herbicide, just gonna prevent weeds from growing. This will be the 3rd load to finish out the 100 acres. It's going pretty good. Liking this fast sprayer. So I didn't film too much today because I was just focusing on getting everything done right, but just thought I'd show you a little bit. It seems pointless to be spraying the field right now. There's nothing green, nothing to kill. But yeah, what we're spraying is just gonna keep little seeds that are in the soil right now from germinating. I like to do it right before a rain because if it rains a little bit, it'll actually rain it into the soil a little, keep any of them weed seeds from growing. So it looks like we actually might get some rain tonight. It's pretty good timing. With our old sprayer, I'd kind of dread days like this, having to spray a bunch. But with this new sprayer, it's a whole different job. It's a whole lot more accurate, and I got my auto shut off set up, so it's just easier on me not having to turn off the switches all the time.